Welcome to the Tech School Podcast brought to you by DSDT. We are joined by AJ.
Pleasure, man. So happy to be here.
Happy to have you here. Jason.
Yes, sir.
Karlos.
Pleasure, man. I'm so happy.
So formal with it.
No butterflies now.
And I'm Josh. Guys, let's get into it by welcoming AJ here. Excuse me. AJ, you are a former student here at DSDT. What kind of work are you into these days?
Without going too far past my NDA, I work with Google for the autonomous car department. I became a supervisor there. The position I was applying for was to get the position that I'm hiring for now. So it worked out great.
Okay. What kind
Hold on, stop.
This man.
What the hell? Wait a minute, back up. You are doing what? Because I didn't even know this.
Yes, sir. So I currently work at Google. I applied for a coordinator position, making about $20 an hour. And she called me back and was like, hey, we are going to just give you the supervisor position. Like, give it to me. I'm not qualified. Give me the other position. But yeah, I make quadruple the amount and it's awesome.
Good things happen to people who show up.
I just want to hear this story. I'm going to sit back and listen. I just want to hear this story.
AJ, take it away.
So hey, I first got into DSDT like everyone else. So I started a credit repair business. And my credit repair business, I thought it was a brilliant idea. I thought this whole thing out. Left the military, I got back home, I started working at Chrysler in the plant. And then now I'm in the plant. I know everyone in the plant. I know everyone from church. I'm going to sell cars. I've already got my base. And then when I got there, everyone credit sucked. And it was horrible. So my credit repair business took a while to start building. So I said, while I'm building this, I need something else.
Yeah.
And I got a call and was like, hey, are you a veteran? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, do you want to use your benefits to go to school? I'm like, I might as well use them for something. And this was the greatest opportunity that jumped in my lap ever. I was here for an interview earlier, and one of the questions was, hey, how long does it take after you start at DSDT to get a job? On my application, it said, I'm currently pursuing these things. I'm currently pursuing my CompTIA, so I didn't have it. And they hired me on to get over everyone else, people who already had degrees. So you can get a degree, meaning you've taken the classes, but yet you still don't have the exams or the licenses that you need to prove. So there are people that work under me that have higher degrees than I have, simply because I came here. So,
Right?
Bravo. So, and I know you got a million questions.
Go ahead.
This right here is a shining example of when I'm always talking about showing up and showing out. You know, you can hear in his vernacular of how compelling he is when he goes on an interview. You know, he's able to communicate that this is what I know, so you should hire me. Now, there's 25,000 other people coming in with a master's degree. And he's telling you that I didn't even have my certificate. Remember, we was talking about the driver's license versus the driver's ed class, right? He was in the driver's ed class. He didn't have his driver's license. And yet he went in for one particular interview and ended up getting a better position with a company that I didn't even know. Which campus are you on?
That's amazing.
I can't technically say that. Let's just say the company is...
It's only 2 campuses.
Not anymore. We just bought 3 more.
Well done.
Yes, very well done. Karlos touched on it. How do you stand out from the person who has that bachelor's or master's degree from Stanford or Northwestern or from wherever, aside from being able to go into an interview, articulate your thoughts, to be enthusiastic, professional, but when they look at the paperwork, if you will, the paper is not up to par, quote unquote, you would think, as your competition?
I changed my mindset in one core area. I made it up I call it the post-pandemic mindset. There are countless people that had paper, and they had it way before the pandemic. And it's a continuous way, and countless of them, two things happen. One, they get the paper and they never work in the field they got the paper for. Or two, they get the paper and they can't find a job for which they have the paper for. So my whole mindset is there is a new post-pandemic type of employment. It's all about digital marketing. We still have brick and mortar businesses, but in the process of our brick and mortar businesses, we have people working on computers that when they crash, they don't know who to call. We have people who need cybersecurity because now they have everyone's payment information and they have no clue what happens if it gets hacked. So now keep running your business, but I want to help you run your business. And now you have to hire me to help you run your dream. So we all work together.
Do you think this mindset from employers was coming already, or do you think COVID really changed the game?
I think COVID sped it up. So the way that I got the Google job, the whole conversation was about a digital divide. And then from a digital divide, the conversation switched to, I'm from Detroit. I'm a product of the digital divide. And all of those pursuing degrees is from this school that used to be a jail. What? And then from there, it just opened up a whole floodgate to where, hey, I got hired in and now I'm hiring people, but it all started about a conversation. So yeah, this was happening regardless. Earlier, we heard someone talk about, hey, these drones are coming. Well, now, if you said, I'm not going to get any education whatsoever, I'll drive Uber, I'll drive Lyft. Well, my company is coming with self-driving cars to completely take your job away. So you should probably come to a school like this.
Tell us more about what Domino's is doing, for example. I mean, this little autonomous vehicle delivering your pizza and on its way. That's already out?
Already out in Ann Arbor. They started doing some type of testing in certain college neighborhoods.
Okay.
Domino's is absolutely brilliant for doing this. And the reason why is because the launch pretty much said, hey, these older people might not like this, but these newer kids who stop buying our pizza and start going to these other guys for $5 might still pay our same exact prices if we find a cool way to drop it off to them.
And they don't have to leave their home.
Didn't change the pizza, didn't change the sauce, didn't change anything. They changed the delivery experience.
Oh yeah.
Brilliant.
Using technology.
Now, I'm sitting here and maybe I'm just going to be, the pessimist, but doesn't DoorDash and Grubhub work out there?
Great question. Absolutely. So, in the middle of a pandemic, would you rather have a drone come with no human interaction, or a person touch your food who you've never met before and you're trusting them to wash their hands?
I will say this, I avoided DoorDash and Uber Eats during the pandemic because that's an extra pair of hands touching my food.
Listen, the day that they told me lockdown in place, I was having deliveries brought downstairs. I lived on the 6th floor of a building. Downstairs, leave it outside the glass barrier, buy, and I went out and I got it.
That was the same exact thing that I was on until my delivery driver walked up, started coughing in his hand, and picked up my soda.
Man.
It wasn't the cough of him picking up the soda. It was my mind going, what coughs didn't I see? After that, it was, I like drones.
I like autonomous vehicles.
What about the person who has to put it in the drone?
Very true. One pair of hands that usually has gloves inside the restaurant. I like that. I was going to that restaurant regardless.
Wow. I never thought about it like that, but it doesn't matter to me. Just deliver my food.
I understand.
As far as autonomous vehicles really accelerating, where are we at the moment?
We are at a horrible standstill. Reason why is
chip shortage?
No, not that way.
Okay,
as technology starts to grow, a lot of times we try to start to develop the next technology without fully getting everything that we have out of what we have now. So we have self-driving cars. They don't break too awesome. So maybe we should work on.
Well, what do you mean they don't break too often, or?
That's another NDA. So we'll skip over that one.
Okay,
But
okay.
You could go to Tesla and check out some of their self-driving cars things and see how they brake, or see how you could. We have some self-driving cars getting pulled over by police because as it starts to go down a hill, the car doesn't say, "Hey, slow down."
Ooh.
So now it's still going the same speed at a decline, so it's starting to speed up. And then the cop sees, "Hey, car speeding up. I'm getting behind this car. Well, I'm not driving it, so who does the ticket go to?" So that started to pick up.
You need to ticket. No difference than the cameras that used to sit out at the corner and they'd send it to me because the license plate was in my name.
You're technically behind the wheel.
Exactly. Or you technically own the car.
We still have a lot of room for growth,
Yeah.
but that's why this is the perfect opportunity to come in, get that education, and you're coming in at the ground floor, so that while businesses that we think they're in the sweet spot, as they start to decline and we start to move up, you're just riding the wave.
Give me a ballpark of how many jobs are out there at Google at the moment.
They're projecting for 2025 for there to be 1.5 million open jobs. Woo! And the problem
Yes.
is we don't have people qualified for the jobs. So in the midst of pandemics, in the midst of, hey, we're going to have to pay for this pandemic stuff, all this trillions of dollars that we're giving out, we're going to have to pay for it. It's going to hit the pockets of someone. So are we preparing the next generation? Are we preparing them for, hey, there's an easy trade that you can come into this school and you can pick up several things. I came in for film production, and from film production, now I'm doing everything so far as computer security, and I love it. So come in, find your niche, find your wave, and it'll work out for you, I promise you, if you work it.
Listen,
I
hope you guys are sitting back and being like, oh,
like,
Both amazing.
you know, because this guy is the real deal. And I knew that from the first conversation we had about my credit. Right? About my credit, right? So can you tell us a little bit about your, and I just got to hear it, right?
what, the credit repair business?
Tell us a little bit about your credit repair. Because this guy is brilliant.
Oh, that was actually a business.
Yes.
No, it's actually a business, not was.
Yeah.
It is a
Oh.
business.
I started a business about 4 years ago called AJ the Credit Coach. So after I started this business, I found the algorithm in credit. So I just went to every banker and said, hey, do you guys know that there's an algorithm? And they're like, what are you talking about? Wait, you don't know this algorithm? Is this something that I made up? Or so from there, I just started to take my friends, take different pastors to different churches, say, hey, let me compare the algorithm to your credit. And let's see if we can start to change some things. And within a month or two, everyone's score shot up. So after I fixed one church, that pastor runs and tells all these different churches. I wasn't prepared to take on all of these different people. So I picked up a company, I connected up with some lawyers, and I said, hey, you guys can do all the work, and then I'll just go out here and get the people. I'll go talk at a church, and here comes people, you do the work. And we started up doing personal credit. And then from there, they said, if you're getting all of these people, who's taught them about business credit? And I'm like, hey, I have no clue about business credit whatsoever. So it opened up a completely new wave. So AJ, the credit coach, has now morphed into Detroit Investors Group. You can have a fresh EIN, not connected to your social. So if your credit is horrible, I can show you how to build up your business credit. And the best thing is there's no limit to how many businesses you can open. So you can replicate this over and over and over again. So I think Detroit is going to be on the wave. We're going to be on the way back. And there's an old saying that says, as goes Detroit, so goes the world. So I think that we're going to be on the precipice of changing the temperature of what's going on. And post-pandemic is looking nice.
Right on.
Amen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you like a deacon, a pastor, a bishop?
I got licensed and ordained.
I think he may have a trade in that too.
Yeah. I got licensed at 18, and then I went to theology right after high school.
Okay, so I'll tell you right now, when you start your church, I'm coming. I will come to your church because I love what you talk about.
Awesome.
Definitely get the word from you.
Absolutely.
Any way people can reach you for your business?
Check out DetroitInvestorsGroup.com. Right now, everything will come directly to me. Our board just got put in place. I'm so excited, but the greatest thing that you can do is contact the school. I'll be stopping by here all the time, checking on new students. So drop in here, and I'll be excited to check out your guys' new stories, and hopefully it exceeds mine, and we just keep building together.
All right, we'll leave it at that. AJ, thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Jason,
Thank you.
Always a pleasure. Carlos, I'm Josh. This is the Tech School Podcast. See ya.